Hola, mi gente, and welcome to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Welcome to October.
It's October. I can't believe we're 2 months away from Christmas.
It's over. Game over.
It moves too fast.
The year's over.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Sí, ya. Eso así.
Yes.
Bye.
The year is over. I can't believe it. I'm like, and it's Christmas decorations that are up. Just saying.
Everywhere. Well, in DR, people start decorating in October. Like it's not a lie. They start this month. Soon as October 1st hits in, they start decorating and putting everything
But do
out.
they have Thanksgiving in DR?
No.
Well,
now it's becoming somewhat of a, I guess the people that have migrated from here, there, whatever, have made it more of a thing, but it was not before a thing in DR.
I know in Colombia it's not a thing.
Right.
But...
No, es las Navidades comienzan desde ahora.
Right.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, I can barely.
Down.
I just finished decorating for fall.
Right.
I just finished decorating my harvest.
You know, the thing is they don't have a different climate.
Right.
So
yeah,
they can actually, it makes sense now because then they're thinking about it and buying gifts slowly instead of waiting till like December.
Exactly.
At least it's in their mind.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like here, it's the same thing when school ends. Boom, July.
Yeah.
Back to school. Not even end of like the second week after school finished. Back to school.
Yeah, you start to see like fall things, back to school things, and then you get the back to school, and right away you get the Halloween and the Thanksgiving and then the Christmas, and you're like, wait, but we haven't even done Thanksgiving or Halloween, and we do one at a time.
It's so sad. It's like, you know,
we rush everything.
We do rush everything. We do rush everything. But, you know, although it's Halloween and harvest and all these other amazing things, this is also National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
And it's from October 1st to October 31st. And we are wearing pink in honor of that today. Chloe's wearing her pink lips.
Yes.
In honor of breast cancer awareness. So ladies, please go out and get your mammograms, get yourself checked out.
So important.
You know, it's so important. Also, our great friend, actress, activist, and fundraiser. She does it every single year.
Yes.
Comedian who's taken her journey of breast cancer and she's turned it into a play. She's done so many things with it and so many good things. Our friend Jenny Saldana is doing her annual fundraiser, Hooray for Boobies, October 15th at the Stand Comedy Club. Awesome. Tickets are $20. All proceeds go to breast cancer research. So guys, please go purchase, support. We're going to put the link to her show on our website at wineandwisdom5.com. It's all for a good cause. She gives away a lot of things that, you know, are donated to her from different type of sponsors. So go check it out. I've been every year. It's very funny and it's for such a good cause.
And cheers to her.
Yes, cheers to her.
Yes.
Totally. It's a great thing. What she does every year. And tonight we're missing something, right, Gloria? What are we missing?
Oh my God, the Latin Billboard Awards. This is so hard for me. I'm having anxiety.
I know. But we one thing so far, even though this is going to air after, but what did we find out?
In the first hour, Karol G already won Best Album of the Year. I'm so fucking proud of her. Mañana será bonito. And that's right. Mañana será bonito for all of us.
That's right.
That's such a beautiful song.
So glad we got to all go and experience that concert. She killed it. She deserves every fucking award she's been getting.
This is her year.
Yeah.
Like, I love how from where she came from now, it's just like she's the work shows, you know.
So the three that are like, I mean, there's 5, but the 3 that I'm like favoriting to get Artist of the Year is her, Bad Bunny, and Peso Pluma.
Yes, I'm actually voting for Peso Pluma. I feel like he's a little bit of the underdog right now.
Oh, like, he's in there. Everybody's like into the music now.
Yeah, yeah.
All the collaborations. So yeah.
I'm excited to see. I'm rooting for him, even though I wasn't very familiar with his work until he was on the, I think it was MTV Music Awards, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when he was on the MTV, that's when I kind of like got more familiar with him.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for him. I am voting for him that he gets an award.
You know, I'm a true hick Latina, right? That I listen to my Spanish stations all day, especially my Mega. That's right. Shout out to La Mega 97.9.
That's right.
Because now La Mega's everywhere, right? It's also in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Pero I was familiar with his music because of that, because of, they played him all the time in La Mega. So
yeah. But Latinos are killing it. They're killing it. And also 100%. And also J Balvin, actually, he already had a sneaker with Air Jordans. He already had an Air Jordan launched a long time ago. But last month he launched a new one called the Air Jordan 3 Sunset. And the sneaker is designed around the sunset in Medellin, Colombia.
Really? How nice.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. This is his third collaboration with Jordan since he signed with the brand in 2017.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that he's not just launching another sneaker, but he's incorporating his fucking culture and country.
Yes. I am so for that. So for that.
I love it. I think it's great. The Jordan actually was released on the 23rd of September, and it's it's pricey, but I would do it. It's $250.
People will pay for it. People
absolutely.
They pay for other.
It's like when Cardi B did the line with Reeboks, and everybody else that has done collabs with sneakers, like everybody goes out and gets them. Bad Bunny's done sneakers too, and it's just people just
Is it also right now? Fat Joe is also doing some sneaker thing.
Well, he does the store. He's got this location where everybody comes through, and yeah.
I think that he's been giving away a lot of sneakers for this month too.
He has.
Yeah,
Especially
but I thought that was so cool.
School, he actually was doing the like a fundraiser kind of thing. All the families that came through, the kids got a free pair of sneakers.
Right. I think that's so cool though, like how they incorporating, the sunset, the colors of the sunset.
That is fire.
It's so cool. That is so cool.
Definitely.
So shout out to you, J Balvin, even though I didn't get to see you in the Karol G concert, but I'm not spicy about that still.
I know.
Colombia got to see him.
She did.
Yeah.
They knew that Colombia was in the house. That's why they did a double Colombia night.
Extra treat. You know who's in concert? Maluma tomorrow. He's in concert tomorrow on Saturday.
Maluma's in concert. Yes.
I went to go see him last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
I saw him, when was it? The year Julian was born, 2020 though. He was born 2019, but I went 2020. Yeah. It was good too.
Yeah, he's come a long way too, and he's grown a lot too.
Yeah. I went to see him when he did his first concert at MSG.
Yeah. Wow.
He was like balling. It was so cool.
He's amazing.
He was amazing. I want to see Latinos to continue to flourish and continue to grow. And it feels like every year. Last year was Bad Bunny. This year's Karol G. Who's gonna be next year?
You don't say, but let's see. It's happening.
It's happening.
And a lot more of them, which is great.
Yes,
a lot more. That's great. I'm excited.
Like I like to say, it's a great time to be Latina.
The time. It is the time. It definitely is. It is definitely the time.
It's always been. It's just that now we're
really making some sounds. We're really making strides. Some statements. We really are being put on top.
Yeah. Definitely. But one of the main people in our lives, I'm sorry, Corey didn't go to high school with us. Yes, went to Pius with us. Who always pushed us to be on top is our next guest.
Yes,
she was our psychology teacher.
Yes,
right. She was our psychology teacher, And I was her best student, always in the front, always doing her homework, always on time.
Are you sure?
I was always on time. My skirt was never too short.
Mentirosa.
But we can't wait to have her on and talk to her about her journey and how she's, you know, taken her experience with breast cancer to empower other people. And we're just waiting, can't wait to have her on. So tune in, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our friend, teacher, mentor, Miss Arlene Roberts. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our Pero Porque Why segment, where today is all about breast cancer awareness. And we have with us none other than our personal friend, mentor, teacher, guidance counselor. She is a cancer survivor and advocate for breast cancer. And her name is Miss Arlene Roberts. Welcome.
Hi, how are you guys doing? I am so happy to be on your show tonight.
We're so happy to have you on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We are so excited to have you. We're all wearing pink.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, we're all wearing pink tonight. Yes, and so am I.
Claudia's representing through lips.
Yes.
So first, we want to start by thanking you to taking the time out to join us and being vulnerable and sharing your story and your journey with breast cancer. I love the fact that throughout these years, we've still been able to keep contact. You know, not many people can say that after all these years. You were a mentor. You had a huge impact on our lives. I don't want to get emotional.
Don't get emotional because then I start crying.
We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. We're gonna be big girls tonight. We're not gonna cry.
We all always looked up to you and admire you, and we still do. And we're so blessed to still, like she said, be able to have a communication with you and to have you on our podcast tonight is super exciting.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on your show tonight. I hope that it's everything that you hope it would be. And I'm so happy that my girls are still my girls. No matter the age, we're still girls. And I'm very happy. And we hail from the same alma mater. I also went to the St. Pius High School and graduated in the class of 1986. I'm dating myself now. It's always been my pleasure to be back at St. Pius and doing the work that I did. I taught at St. Pius for 21 years until it closed and, you know, moved on from there. But my heart has always been at St. Pius, and my relationship with my students has always been a good one.
You know what I love? That, you know, I didn't go to school with you guys, but the impact that you had as an educator, and I don't know if you know the impact you had, because sometimes we as teachers don't know.
Yes, I never knew until for the last few months, the last few years, I should say. In the last maybe 5-6 years, it's becoming real to me. It was never really real to me. It was just always something that, you know, happened. I never thought too much about, but now I see. Now I see.
So thank you for
You're welcome.
My girls in a good way. You know, because some teachers, they could go left.
Yeah.
You have the teachers that really hold you a deep love in your heart for. And thank you for being one of them.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we want to talk about your journey with breast cancer, how you discovered you had breast cancer. Was it something that you discovered on your own, or was it through a doctor's visit? And how has it impacted you and changed your life? Or do you see things differently? Or is it something that happened that has motivated you to do something, empower you to do something that you kind of had like on the back burner?
A lot there.
I had, my husband retired from working in 2019, and he moved to Antigua and moved back to Antigua. And I had been going back and forth to Antigua, and the summer of 2019, when I got to Antigua, I started noticing some things going on with me that I had not had before. I was feeling a numbness in my right knee, and then in my groin, I also had a numbness, and in my right side. And I kept trying to figure out. I went to the gynecologist. It was not gynecological. I went to my intern medicine doctor. It wasn't my. It was. I had pre-diabetes, and I had gotten rid of it. I thought it had come back, or it was full blown diabetes. It wasn't. I had high blood pressure, pre hypertensive, and it wasn't that. And it was becoming time again for my my mammogram. And I said to my husband, I'm gonna go and get a mammogram. And he was like, "Oh, please, it's nothing." I went home for Columbus weekend to Antigua. When I returned, I went and got the mammogram done. I normally used to get my mammogram done every year in October. So when I got back, it was like the middle of October, and I went to get the mammogram. And I didn't think about it. I saw these cards come into my house that I had to call Hudson Radiology. And I'm like, okay, why are they sending this out? And then they sent a letter and said, we see dense tissue. And New York State says that if you ever see dense tissue, you have to do a sonogram and another mammogram. So they called me back. They scheduled it for, I believe, the 21st of November. So when they scheduled it, I went in, I got the mammogram done, and then they said, let's do the sonogram. So they did the sonogram, and the doctor kept looking and looking and looking, and then she said, let me call another doctor. She called another doctor in. He came in, and he looked and he looked, and he said, okay, I need to take a closer look at this. You need a biopsy. So the female doctor, her name is Dr. Chan. She said, okay, we're going to do a biopsy, and I would like you to do it at Hudson Radiology, where I am the doctor there. So I told her, she said, how soon do you want to get it done? I'm like, yesterday. So she said, okay, so why don't you make an appointment, call my office tomorrow, make an appointment, and the first appointment you can get, you take it. So she only does surgery on Wednesdays. So I called the the day after I called, and they said that I could come in on Wednesday, the 27th. And it was 2 days before it was the day before Thanksgiving. So I went in. I was very scared because nobody was really saying anything. They were just saying, let's do the biopsy, let's do the biopsy. So I said, my younger son had graduated from college that June. I'm sorry, that May. He graduated from college in Mount St. Vincent. And what I do with my boys, I tell them, take a year off, do what you want to do, travel, go where you want to go with your friends. And when you start working, work is work. You can't tell me you're not going to work. Right. So I said, take a year off. And I did that with my oldest son too. Take a year off, do what you want to do, rest, and waste time. Because when you start working and you're living in my house, you can't wake up and say you're not going to work. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
So my son had graduated, and he was around the house and not doing much. And then he said to me, Mom, I'm going to go with you for your biopsy. So when I was there at Hudson Radiology in Tuckahoe, I'm sitting there and I'm just very introspective, trying to figure out what's going to happen when this is all over. And my son looked at me and he said, Mommy, whatever it is, we're going to fight it together. The two of us, Dad and everyone, we're just going to rally around you, and we're going to do whatever we have to do to make sure that you're okay. So I went in with a certain amount of confidence because I had the back in. So did the biopsy. My children left that same night. They went down to Washington to my in-laws for Thanksgiving, and I spent Thanksgiving in Yonkers at my family's house, my mother's family. And when I was there, my aunts and everybody were there, my cousins, all of us. And I just told them, because I hadn't told them before, I said, I had a biopsy yesterday. I have, they saw something in my right breast, and they're going to figure out what it is. I had the biopsy, so now I'm just going to wait and see what happened. But it was like a chain of events that happened that November. My father's sister died on November 1st from breast cancer.
Wow.
That was a Friday. And then the following Friday, my husband had diabetes, and they amputated his right toe, his right big toe. So that was the Friday the 8th. Then Friday the 15th, a cousin of mine had a car accident. And then the following Friday, the 29th, I was diagnosed. So
Wow.
that entire November was
Wow.
just a nightmare for them. So that Friday, I was home alone. My children were gone, and I keep calling them my children, these grown men, but they were gone. They were gone for the weekend, and I was here alone. And about, can't forget, 1:45, my phone rang, and Dr. Chan was on the other side, and she said, "Oh, so you're going to Antigua in December?" And she's making small talk, and I said to her, I said, "Dr. Chan, stop, stop, stop. Don't do that. Tell me what it is."
Right.
She said, "Okay, it's a carcinoma. It's malignant, and I don't know the stage. I don't know anything, but it's ductal breast cancer."
Wow.
So I just said, I took a minute, and I said, "Okay, so how do we fix this?"
Amen.
Right.
She said,
cheers to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Cheers to
Cheers,
you.
right?
Cheers.
She said, I said, "How do we fix this?" She said, "You didn't hear me, right? You didn't hear me." So I said, "Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
How do we fix this?" So she said, "Okay, I'm going to hang up, and then I'm going to call you back, and we're going to do this all over again." So she hung up. She waited about 5 minutes, and then she called back. She says, "Miss Roberts." I said, "Yes." She said, "Did you hear what I just told you?" She said, and then I said, "Yes. You said I have ductal breast cancer, and I asked you, how are we going to fix it? That is still my question." I said, "I am telling you something. I have it, but I don't have it.
Right.
So you tell me where you want me to be right now and where you want me to go. And that's what I'm going to do, because if this thing that thinks that it has gotten hold of some sort of lightweight, it is in for a big fight."
Amen.
So I decided, I said, "Okay." So she said, "Okay, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to send everything over to your doctor, your internal medicine doctor. Let him hook you up with some, a doctor that is going to take care of you." And I said to her, "What do I need to do? How do I get my CDs? Whatever I need to go to the doctor." She says, "Okay, tomorrow you're going to go over to our other site, and you're going to ask them to give you the CD from your scans and from everything, and they're going to give you everything to take to your doctor." So I took them. I went over the Saturday. I picked them up. Then all of this time, I haven't told my parents and anybody anything, because I wasn't ready to tell anybody. I called my husband the Sunday, and I told him what they said, and he couldn't even speak for like 10, 15 minutes. I kept saying, "Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." Men can't handle anything.
They can't cope like we can.
They can't.
No.
They don't know how to do the things that we do. So anyway, the Monday, I got up the Monday, and I went to work. I did everything like I normally did. I went to work, and then I called my doctor and I told him, I said, I have my scans, I have everything, I have the result of my biopsy, and I need to come see you. He said, I know that Dr. Chan already sent everything over, so I'm expecting you. So when I left work the day I went there, and he gave me all the information that I needed. And he said, I'm going to give you the best doctor that I know. He was my roommate in college. The two of us went to med school together, and he's at Einstein, Montefiore Einstein, and he's good. So he said, don't bring the CDs to me, take it directly to him. So it was up there, 208th Street, right up there on near Montefiore. Yeah. And I left from work that day, and I took the scan straight to him, and they, put everything in my file. They built a file, and then they said, go home and we will call you. We're going to set up a team of doctors to work together. And then when we set the team in motion, we will call you. So I was going back to Antigua on the 19th of December to spend Christmas with my husband. So, and because he had his toe amputated, I was going to go down and help him a little bit so that, he could move around, take him to the doctor and so on to have the dressing done and so on. So I'm doing all of this knowing that's what's going on with me at the same time. So he's in crisis and I'm in crisis, but we're still trying to get through everything, and we did well. So the day I was going down to Antigua, I'm at the airport, and my friend who introduced me to my husband is on the same flight with me, and I didn't even know.
Wow.
Her aunt and her daughter and the daughter's friend from school. So we all met at the airport, and we had this big laugh and all of that stuff at the airport, beautiful. And it was really good. And she is a nurse practitioner. So I said to her, I said, Sherry, I have breast cancer. And she said, oh yeah, you do? Okay, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. She works at Lenox Hill. And I said, no, I'm waiting for my team to call. And the minute I said I'm waiting for my team to call, the doctor calls. And yes, so I answered.
I got chills.
Yes, I answered the phone at the airport, and the doctor said, I am Dr. McAvoy. I am the breast surgeon, and your oncologist is going to be Mark Ramirez, and your radiation therapist, your radiation doctor is going to be Dr. Janet Fox. And then there was another doctor, and I'm like, oh my God, it's too many of you. Just tell me, just let me know who you are. And when I get back from my vacation, I will come and see you. So I returned. All of this is, COVID is just starting, this is 2020. So this is 2020 and COVID is just starting and nobody really knows what it is. And I'm traveling all over the place. And COVID is out there and I don't know what's going on. So while I was there, they called me and told me that when I return, I had to come to Montefiore on the 10th of January. And that's where I would meet my team and they would tell me what they're going to do. And when the 10th was my youngest son's birthday. So when I came back, he went with me and we were there with like 4 or 5 doctors and they sat down and they drew what they were going to do. They drew the breast. They showed me where the tumor was. They said, this is the size that we guess it is. But I was so fortunate. It was just about to go into stage 2.
Wow.
When I found it. But I knew, I always watched my body. So I knew that something was just not right with me. And the doctor said, you did the best thing. You went and you tried every single doctor possible to see, and through a process of elimination, what is going on with you. And that is what probably is going to save you from going into the next stage. Wow. So I had surgery on the 21st of January. And I was out of work until I went back to work that same week. No, the week before school went out because everybody was so scared of COVID. So I went back to work 2 weeks before that. And when I got back to work, I thought I was so strong, but I wasn't. I'm at Monsignor Scanlon High School, so the parking lot is like a quarter of a mile away from the main building. And I parked my car over there and I started walking to the building. And I just started feeling like I was just going to pass out. And I said, no, I got to make it to the building. I made it to the building. And when I got to the bottom of the steps, because Scanlon has some high steps to go up, and I got to the bottom of the step. A little boy came to me and he was like, Miss Faustine, you're okay? I said, no, I'm not. He said, just put your bags down. And two of them helped me up the steps. So I got up to the top of the steps. I went inside and the principal said, you don't park over there anymore. From tomorrow, you park right in front. If you can make it, you make it. If you cannot make it, do not come here because I don't want you to fall. I don't want you to be hurt. And I said to him, I said, I'm going to be okay. I'm just going to drink some water and I'm going to take the medicine that they gave to me and I'm just going to go teach. And I taught for a week and a half. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I did that. And then I used to teach 6 classes a day out of 7.
Wow.
So I used to really have a really strict schedule. So I told him, I said, listen, I told my boss, I said, I'm going to come every day and I'm going to see how I feel after a week or so. But I called my cousin. I said, Omaima, please check around and see if you can find something for me to teach online because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this much longer. And she said, well, I was waiting for you to say something because you're acting like you're some little superwoman. I don't know how you have surgery and they tell you you could stay home and you're going to work like there's nothing wrong with you. Yeah. I said, because I can't stay home because when I stay home, I get into my head and then I can't function. Right. So when I go to work and the students are there and, they're keeping me alive, they're keeping me steady. And she said, well, you know what? I understand that, but I'm going to look around and see if there's something that I could get you to do online. And I don't know, but God stepped in. COVID for me was a blessing in disguise. Yeah. Because that Wednesday I just had it and I went to my boss and I said, I'm going home and I don't think I'm coming back for the rest of the year. I really can't do this. And he said, don't leave yet. I believe this week we're not coming back after this week. So I said, you sure? He said, I'm telling you, just come in tomorrow. And he says, Friday, bring your son with you because I have a feeling we're just going to have to go home after that. And sure enough, the Archdiocese called the Thursday and said, teachers, take whatever you can, pack up whatever you can and go home and wait for us to tell you what to do. And just what I'm doing here is what I did for the next until June, because we had to be teaching via Zoom. We had to be finding ways of teaching, and we learned so much as a result of COVID. And not only that, but the March, I started getting my radiation. And I was struggling to go to work, doing the radiation. And then I was suffering from radiation burns because radiation after a while, it starts burning and it cinches the skin and it turns black. It turns completely black. And then when I would lift up my breast, it was raw, like raw meat. It was, everything was just either white flesh or just dark. And I had to start using, what's the name of the cream I started using on there? Aquaphor. The only thing I could do is put Aquaphor, and then sometimes I would still have to take the little ice pack and put it on my breast so that the heat from the radiation and the burning would subside. And that went on. I went through that, going there, COVID. And then after a while, they were like, you can't bring your son with you anymore because we don't want too many people in the building. So it was only the patients in the building. And it was crazy. So what they started to do with us, all the cancer patients, they started just giving us radiation, like doubling up all the time. Yeah, doubling up and that made it worse because
of course that's so strong. Just regular radiation.
Yeah, so they started doubling up to send us home so that we wouldn't be caught with COVID. And every day we went, there was another nurse going home with COVID, a doctor going home, a therapist. So we were like, oh boy, we're next. We're next. And we were just so afraid of everything. And finally, I think the 4th of April, after 25 rounds of radiation, they told me, it's done. You graduated. They gave me my nice little certificate, said that, I went through radiation, and then they started giving me the pills, but it's like and the pills are like it's a form of chemo, but not strong, like putting it through your veins and stuff. So then that started making me sick. And, so what I did was the summer, I waited. I couldn't wait for the summer to come because everything was shut down. But little Antigua, the prime minister, is a little greedy guy. And he decided that he was going to be the first island to open up. And
you were I'm out.
I was so happy when he opened up. They put me on quarantine for 2 weeks when I got there, but it was so good to be home because now I could go to the beach. I could go to the beach, and I couldn't be exposed to the sun too much.
Right.
I had to make sure that I had, like, whenever I went out and I had my bathing suit on, I had to put like a towel over my shoulders so that I wouldn't get the direct rays from the sun. But I just needed that. I needed to go to the beach and let the salt water get into my skin so that I could, could get the relief and, the healing, the natural.
And I gotta say, that was probably what helped with your healing the most.
I think so.
Being able to go back home.
Yes.
To the motherland, right?
There's nothing like
nature,
That's
right? There's nothing like the natural stuff. I'm sure back home, right? There was natural stuff you were drinking.
Oh,
and
yes,
eating.
And I drank
nothing is processed.
Every day I got coconut water.
Yeah.
I got everything was natural. And then when people found out I was home, and those who knew that I was sick, they brought things. And like my relatives from the countryside brought all these fruits and vegetables and everything. And my sister and really,
there's nothing like that. There's nothing like root food.
That's right.
Pulling it off the tree, cutting it, and putting it in a pot.
That's right.
Unprocessed products is the best thing. And there's nothing healthier and better to put in your body than the stuff that grows in the ground or is not processed.
Right. Yeah, so I got all of that, all of the nutrients, and then I got treated like a baby. Everybody was babying me and taking good care of me. So I relished in that for the moment.
Yes. Good.
It was good. It was good. It helped me also to reconnect with family, with my husband. And it really started to change the way I saw things. And after that, I got back here. It was like the middle of September because we were trying to figure out how we were going to do school. And, teachers went back to work. Other than nurses and so on, we went back to work first. Yeah. So when I went back to work, I really had to rebuild my immune system and make sure that I didn't get COVID, I didn't get sick. So I was fortunate that even though I had to go into school, some of the most of the students' parents kept them at home. So we had students in school and students at home. So we were teaching with our with like 2 cameras, and one on us and one on the kids, and it was really tough to do that, but that was a good thing too, because
Claudia's like, yes.
yes. And then some of the students stayed home, and it was good that way, because I didn't have to deal with the stress of so many kids in the classroom and being worried about getting so sick again. So I started slowly pulling myself out of that, and then my aunt died.
Oh my goodness.
My aunt died the 24th of September.
Wow.
She had cancer of the bile ducts that led from the to the pancreas, between the liver and the pancreas. So she had bile duct cancer, and all the time I am sick. My aunt was a pastor, and I used to go to her house, and we're praying, and we're going through this together, and I didn't know how sick she was.
Going through it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she wasn't trying. She would never say anything to me, because she didn't want me to worry about her and what she was going through. And then I realized that like June, she wouldn't let me come anymore. And I didn't know what was going on. I just thought she didn't want anybody. It was so good for her also, COVID, because she could tell everybody that she didn't want them at the house, because she didn't want to catch COVID.
Right.
So we were staying away from each other, not knowing that she was slowly, disappearing into herself also.
Wow.
And while I was in Antigua, my mom called. She's like, Olivine is really, really bad. And I'm like, what do you mean bad? She's fine. She said, no, she's been pretending that she's fine. And I went over there and saw the state that she's in. She's lost like 60 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, what do you mean she lost 60 pounds? She says she's lost about 60, 70 pounds. And then she went to the hospital, and she was in the hospital for a long time, and she passed on the 24th of September. And the funeral's only 25 people and stuff like that. So we went through all of that. But the body went home to Antigua, and because it wasn't a COVID death, they allowed the body in. So we went down to Antigua for the same Columbus weekend. And we were down there for the funeral. And it's so funny, because my mother's brother died in Georgia, and today was his funeral, and his body's going home, going to St. Thomas. Listen, if it wasn't real, I would tell everybody it's not a true story, but it is what it is. But when my aunt died, she was like my mentor. My aunt was a teacher for like 50 something years.
Wow.
She's taught at St. Angela Merici on 163rd Street, and she also taught at Rice High School.
Sorry,
yeah, she was the assistant principal at Rice High School when it closed, and so she was my mentor all my life. So that was a real blow for me also. I was my mother's sister, and she was my mother's youngest sister, because my mother is second to last and she's last. And, she just passed like that, and nobody really expected it. And then when we took the body home, nobody could really go to the funeral there either. So people still today don't know that she's passed. I put something on Facebook last week, and she was in the photograph. It was my sister's birthday. And a girl says, "Oh, Olivine never looks like she's getting old." I'm like, "Yeah, she passed away since 2020." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't even know that." I said, "Yes, she did." So, but I went through all of that, and I was sick pretty much for all of 2020. 2021, you wouldn't recognize me. I didn't take any pictures. I didn't put anything on Facebook. I didn't put anything up for a while, because I just didn't look like me. My hair turned gray. My face, my eyes were always drooping, and always like I'm tired. I lost a lot of my hair. I lost a lot of weight. And then, you know, slowly but surely I started building up and building up and building up. And every chance I got on a plane and went to Antigua, and, you know, just made sure that I got all the nutrients from everything that, you know, I could possibly get. And I started feeling better. So by you know, the December 2021, I went back, and that's when I was told I was cancer free. So so now I am 1 year and 9 months cancer free.
Amen.
Cheers to
Thank
you.
you.
Praise
Salud.
God. Woo. Salute to that. And I am
Cheers
doing well.
to that.
I'm doing well.
Good.
Now,
Arlene.
look, every day is something. And as a result of the radiation and everything, I developed osteoarthritis. So now, so now I have osteoarthritis, and
Oh my God.
but I don't care. I still
But
I
you're still with
do
us. You're
Yeah,
resilient.
what I'm doing.
You're
And-
resilient. Your faith, your passion for life.
Oh yes, every day I wake
and
up.
you've been so smart to go back home and get all you
Yes.
can get.
I
And
had
that keeps you going.
I had knee surgery on May 31st this year.
Wow. That's hard too.
Yeah, that's a hard rehab.
Oh
And
yeah.
surgery is a hard rehabilitation. I used to work in a facility, so I know.
It is
But
tough.
I think Claudia has a question for you.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, you hear about like what you eat affects your body and you can get cancer from all of these things. And
Right.
how has that, like now, do you still eat the same? Has that changed? Did you get any information about that from your doctor?
Yes, my doctor is a good Puerto Rican. And he says to me all the time, eat what you want to eat in moderation.
Right.
That's it.
He says, don't stop eating what you normally eat, because
your body needs it.
Your body needs everything. It needs the fat from the animal. Don't go saying you're a vegetarian. He says, do not do that vegetarian thing, because vegetarians develop a type of cancer also.
Yeah.
So you have to be really mindful of these things. And he also said to me, don't go on a diet, don't lose weight, don't do all of that crazy stuff, because he says if it comes back, which I'm knocking on wood that it doesn't.
It won't.
If it does come back, your body has to have something to fight with.
Right.
And if it doesn't have the proper nutrients and everything within you to fight, it's not going to work. And he just says, just cut back on my sugar. Don't cut back on my sugar intake. Cut back on my salt intake, but still have some juice. Still do the things that I normally do, but if I'm gonna drink juice, do half juice, half water.
Right.
Just make sure that I'm taking care of myself. Everything in moderation, and that's what I do. I just eat everything in moderation, and thank God my youngest son is in the medical field, and Anthony is always making sure that I ate. I walked in this evening, and I came in from work at 7 o'clock, and he's like, Mom, aren't you on your show tonight? I said, yes. He says, okay, I made your dinner already. So eat your dinner, get yourself ready, because I don't want you to have to eat after the show, because you don't want to go to sleep with a full stomach. But my boys have been they have been my support system around here, because and my parents, my mother, if I cough, my mother is like, you okay? You okay? I'm like, Mommy, I'm fine. I'm fine. My dad comes to my house almost every day to check on me. If he doesn't hear from me for a minute, he's calling, you okay? I'm like, I am okay.
You know you love it.
You're always their baby.
You know you love all that.
You guys are gonna stifle me. Stop.
We
doing
also
that.
love going to our parents' house,
I
getting
know.
cooked meals, right? Like
yes.
There's nothing like it.
I know. And I'm so fortunate, because even my coworkers were fighting to take me to radiation.
Oh.
And then my best friend and all my friends want to take me. And my kids want to take me. I'm like, listen, I can drive myself. I will drive myself. I drive myself to work. I will leave from work. I will go get my radiation. And then I will come home. I will be fine.
But Miss
Stop
Roberts,
everybody
you
from
know what
driving
that
me
is,
crazy.
right? You
Yes.
know what that is? What
yeah,
is that?
It's love.
That's
Yes,
right.
but it's
It's
also
pure
a
love.
testament. It's also a
Of who
testament.
you are. Of
Right.
who you
That's
are.
true. Well, you know what? I never say that, but people always say that to me. You have been such a good person. My best friend says this to me all the time. She says it. She even said it to me before she came off the phone with me. She says, Arlene, you're a good person.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
And because of how good you are to everybody,
That's right.
people cannot do anything but love you.
Right.
That's what she just said to me. She says, why you think those girls want you on their podcast? They love you. That's why they're doing that. She says, anyway, I'm getting off the phone now.
Regardless how many detentions you gave me, I still love you.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it made you a better person.
That's right.
Yes,
But
it was good.
Whatever we do in this world, I'm a true believer, we get it back in tenfold.
We do.
And just a testimony of your kids cooking for you.
Oh yes.
What a mother
to take care of me.
Yeah.
And what a great job you've done with your kids, right?
Thank you.
Like you said, even though they're grown men, I call my kids my babies.
And they live here. And they don't seem like they're going any place either.
Right. Mine either.
Yes.
Mine are now 26 and 22, and they're not going anywhere.
Yes. No,
and like you said, tonight I got home after 7 from work.
Yeah.
And my son is calling while I'm on the highway. Where are you? And I'm like, I'm driving. He's like, well, hurry up because I started dinner.
Right.
So, dinner was ready when I walked in the door because they knew I was getting on tonight. Because the same thing, they know when we get on tonight, I won't eat because by the time we get off, I'm not going to eat dinner.
Yes.
So he's like, you haven't been eating, you've been stressed at work. So that's a beautiful thing that your boys.
My younger son is more hands-on with taking care of me.
Yeah.
My older son is a bit more withdrawn because from his experience, everybody in my family who gets sick dies. So he has a really tough time being around. So whenever I am down, you can't find him anywhere around. He'll come in, he'll check, Mommy, you okay? Right. You want anything? Would you like me to make something for you? Would you? Yeah. But he's not going to stick around because he doesn't want to see me hurt.
Right.
So, but my younger son has a heart of steel and nerves like I don't know that
like his mommy, his mommy.
Exactly.
He can go like through anything and
resilient.
That's his gift.
That's the word, resilient.
And that's his gift.
I just did the fashion show on Saturday at Bay Plaza for breast cancer, making strides against breast cancer. I did the fashion show on Saturday, and it was a great thing for me. I loved it. I had a great time. And those it was 35 women and 1 man.
Wow.
And those women are something else. That's the word. That's the word we threw around all day on Saturday.
That's resilient. The word we all have to use.
Resilient. Those women are amazing. I thought that I was in a good place. They are worse than I am.
Good.
They're worse than I am. One of them she said to me, oh, please, my husband left and I got me a man 10 years younger than him.
There you go. Good for her.
Cheers to her. Cheers to her.
They're funny. And she's like, they have to come with 401ks. And I said, listen, you women are just too much.
Amen.
But
that's right.
Well, we have to survive. We have to survive. That's the big word.
But I'm happy to know that you have through this unfortunate experience, you've gained a circle of people that are warriors, survivor, resilient.
That's right.
And continue to push you and lift you up and show you that after the storm, there's always something.
Always a rainbow.
Yes.
There's always a
Always a
rainbow.
rainbow.
There's always a
Like
rainbow.
we started this episode, you've been a rainbow in our lives for so many.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So
Tomorrow
many
my school has a cancer walk. I planned all of the stuff, so that's why I was at school for the last 2 days. I've been coming home at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Yes,
I'm
get there
walking
at
on
7,
Sunday.
and I'm coming home 12 hours later. It's not a good thing.
Wow. No.
No.
I'm gonna walk on Sunday for
Get some
our
rest.
building.
You're doing a walk on Sunday?
Yes, for our building, like I teach, so
Okay.
the UT, they're organizing a walk in
nice.
Flushing Meadow Park in Queens.
Yeah.
Oh, in Queens. Okay.
Yes, so
There's gonna be a cancer walk in the Bronx on
Orchard
I believe
Beach,
the
right?
22nd. There's one on Orchard Beach.
Yeah, they always do the Orchard Beach every year.
Yes, my students are going to that one. I told them to register me.
Yeah.
And my group, my Making Strides Bronx group, is having one on the 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's lots of things going on.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are.
And I just well, I've been doing it when my father's sister died in 2019. I started sending like little packages to home to an organization that she belonged to in Antigua called Breast Friends. So now,
I like that.
Now I'm an honorary member of Breast Friends.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Last year I sent them like a whole box with makeup and candy and mask and all sorts of things. So this year I made them some little makeup pouches, and I put in lipstick and eyeshadow and candy and masks and bracelets and all sorts of things. So I shipped it off to last Saturday. So they should be getting it tomorrow in Antigua. So
nice.
They're going to be happy with that. Yes. It's about 25, about 45 survivors who belong to that group. So my aunt belonged to that group before she passed, and my cousin who also passed. So I'm trying to keep up with them and let them know I'm here to support them, all I can.
I love that.
As someone from, I've never been through something like that, except I saw what a coworker of mine went through.
Yes.
And when you share your story, that it's so important, because then we can try to understand and be supportive, because sometimes maybe we don't know.
Right.
We can't support the way we should, so just like those things has made me more empathetic, more just sensitive,
aware
of that. And it's so important to continue to tell your story, to support women and whoever survivors.
Every chance I get,
And thank you, Ms. Roberts. Thank you for taking the time. We have to start wrapping up, but
thank you so much. I appreciate this.
For taking the time and telling your story and being so vulnerable about it, and continue supporting other women. And if there's anything that we can do to help you to add to those care packages, let us know.
Okay. Next year, I will call on you girls to help me put whatever else together for them.
Perfect.
Those women appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
They need it. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm there.
It's amazing.
My mom is a cancer survivor, and I've always done the walk every year, even prior to mom being, because it runs in the family, mom's side. So I have cousins that are, unfortunately, some haven't made it.
I have cancer on both sides.
So it's always been dear to my heart. I always did the walk upstate with my job in White Plains, New York.
Okay.
But yeah, whatever we can do,
we have to support each other and do whatever we can do to make sure that we're making strides.
We're making exactly what it is. We're making strides.
We're making strides. One step at a time. You can't do it any other way. No. My knee is a mess, but I'm gonna do the walk.
There you go. Little by little.
I'm gonna do
little by little.
I'm gonna pop some ibuprofen, some 800.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna do my walk. That's what I do whenever I need to do something.
Yeah.
Pop one of those bad boys, and I get out there and do what I have to do, and it works out.
I know.
Well, thank
But
you so
Ms.
much.
Roberts, thank
We
you
love you.
so much. But we'll be
Okay.
right back with my segment, Entertaining con Francis. We'll be right back. Yes, I did go back to that tree, and yes, I bought a whole bunch of shit and I made it.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
so
I
much.
think it's so cute. It is perfect. I love it.
I
It's a
made
great
it.
idea.
So you can
And
find
I love those cups. Those cups are
Aren't they
beautiful.
cute?
Oh my God, so
Little
gorgeous.
pumpkin
Love them.
cup.
Love them.
My
You know
little
me, I'm
stemmer.
all a Halloweener.
Me
I love
too. My
everything that's
little
Halloween. And fall
pumpkins.
decor is so beautiful.
Listen, with like $20, I
Yeah.
decorated everything and I keep on using it just in different ways every year.
Yeah.
Just being creative and you feel the change of season and harvest in the
Yes.
fall.
Gives you
You
that
know?
fuzzy, warm feeling.
Mm-hmm. I love all of that. I like to feel like the change of seasons, even
Yeah.
though like how we started talking in the beginning, they do it too fast.
Yeah.
But I like doing the decor of change of seasons
Yes.
in my house, like
It
for
just makes it
fall,
so nice. Yeah.
Halloween, and Thanksgiving, and
It's
I don't know,
exciting.
yeah, it just makes you
It
I don't know.
changes.
Yes, for me, it gives me something to look forward to. But I hope you enjoy my segment. I hope you like all the little ideas. You'd be surprised what you can do with just a small amount of money and a little bit of time. But
Yep.
don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our final remarks. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. So we had such an amazing guest tonight.
We did.
I am so glad we got to have Miss Roberts on with us.
I do.
She will forever be Miss Roberts. It don't matter
For
that
real.
she's no longer our teacher, mentor, whatever.
I
She will
know.
forever be Miss Roberts. I cannot just say Arlene.
I can't. I feel disrespectful if I call her Arlene.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I'm sorry if you're going to write another detention slip.
Her story was just so
It was
wow.
heavy.
Like
It
the
was
word is
heavy.
wow for me. Like,
Yeah.
but like I said, she's just such a resilient woman.
She is.
Wow.
She is. She's
Wow,
resilient.
wow.
She's a warrior. She's a survivor.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that she immediately didn't fall into like, oh my
Yes.
God, I have
I'm a
breast
victim.
cancer. She's like, all right, we have a problem. What's the solution?
Let's solve this. Let's get this taken care of.
Let's
Let's
get
nip it. Let's do whatever we need to do and get it going.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
if more people had that mentality
Mhm.
when they got diagnosed with just anything, not
Anything.
necessarily just with cancer, but
Just
with
with life.
any sickness, any disease, any, problem
Mhm.
health-wise, and would grab it by the horn and run, we would be in such a better place.
Yeah.
But it's very scary for a lot of
It is
people when they
scary.
hear the word cancer. And it's
Yeah.
a psyche thing, right? If your mind says, oh, I'm done, you're done. She chose to say, oh no, I'm not
Mhm.
done. Oh, this
Yeah.
is not going to beat me. This is not going to take over me. Let's take care of it. And I love the fact that she went back to her motherland.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I said, when we were in the interview, I believe that's really what helped her.
Oh yeah. I believe that
most.
helps a lot of people when
That's
you
what helped her the most.
you heal where you're
Yeah.
from, and you heal your heart, you heal your soul.
Yeah.
And it's just natural
Yeah.
healing, holistic healing. I
Yeah.
believe in all of that.
Yeah.
I
The
do.
love
And
of her
support,
family and
the
support and just everything.
and the
So,
support. And we
like
love
we
her.
said,
We love you, Miss Roberts. We love you very much.
definitely.
And I love my little arrangement of fake flowers that I made.
Loved your segmento.
Mhm.
Estaba very, very chuchi.
It was very
I
true.
love it. I love it, the fall decor.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm not too crazy about the fall weather, but I love the fall decor.
I like the fall, actually. It's one of my
The fall
favorites.
is not too bad. The fall is not too bad. I just don't
Yeah.
like winter.
Yeah, no, winter I
but,
can do
I do
without.
like dressing in the fall. It's so much fun. The boots, the
Yes,
jackets,
yes.
the scarves, that
Yes,
fun,
I love
fun,
all
fun
that.
stuff.
I do.
But I definitely loved your segment.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for everything. So guys, thank you so much for watching our show. Join us next week when we get together with author of the book Gasping for Air, Dana Diaz. Join us as we sit down with Dana to explore her inspiring journey of breaking free from a 25-year-long abusive relationship and her path to healing. Don't miss this empowering story as we share it with you this Wednesday on YouTube. And tune in and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Wine and Wisdom 5.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we encourage you to consider participating in a walk or making a donation to one of the many breast cancer organizations that provide crucial support to thousands of women facing breast cancer every year. Your contribution can make a significant difference in the lives of those affected by the disease and help fund research and treatment efforts. Together, we can make a positive impact in the fight against breast cancer. For more information, you can contact the National Breast Cancer Association at 972-248-9200 or go visit their website at www.nationalbreastcancer.org/. Y oye, don't forget to take a minute to sip some wine and share a little wisdom. See you next time. Ciao.
Bye.